IVM.
Hi,
You're
listening to IVM
Daily.
Hello and welcome to another episode of IVM Daily, a show where the IVM staffers talk about what's going on in the world and what's going on in their mind. My name is Abbas. I'll be your host for this episode. With me in the studio, I have fellow producers Karthik.
Hello.
And Jaanam.
Hi.
So today on this episode, we're talking about stuff, literally stuff, materialistic things that we can't do without. So let me simplify it. Let's say if your house was on fire, what are the things that you will reach for and make sure that these things survive with you when you run out of the house? All right. So who wants to go first about things? This was Karthik's idea, so let's put him on the spot.
Yes.
Karthik, what are the things that are so close to you that you can't let them go?
I would say my specs.
That's a very technical thing, right?
But I can't live without them. Like
That's
whatever
because
it is.
you can't see them
Yeah,
without
I can't
them,
see
right?
without them.
So
आग जल रहा तो दिखेगा नहीं मेरे को.
that way, let's rule out clothes and medical equipment. Like let's say if someone has difficulty in walking, they'll obviously need a wheelchair or a crutches. But let's say, what are the things that are like emotionally close to you that you don't want to let go?
Emotionally close to me.
Yeah, physical things, but emotionally close.
Okay, emotionally close. I would say my toys.
Okay, any specific toy in?
I have a Hot Wheels car collection.
Okay.
So yeah, that would be something emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, obviously my wallet, especially my Aadhaar card.
Okay.
Wow, you have emotional attachment to your Aadhaar card.
I'm not talking about emotional.
Somebody would be happy
Just to
to know
survive,
this.
I might need Aadhaar card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's say you have 4 things to take.
Okay.
2 of them have to be things that that are close to you,
Okay.
Emotionally,
Yeah.
and 2 things that you need to survive. So you answered your Hot Wheel cars is emotionally close. You say your wallet
Yeah.
is things you need to survive. What are the other 2 things that you reach for?
Okay, so my dad gifted a 3-piece suit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's strange. Yeah, so it's expensive. So yeah, that's emotionally close to me. So he wants me to give it to my children.
Okay.
Like that.
And when did he give this suit to you?
He bought it for me during my 10th farewell.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I can't think of anything more than that.
And how many times have you worn that? I mean, you were
Thrice.
in your 10th standard quite
10th,
some time back, right?
12th, all farewells basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and my graduation farewell.
Okay.
So
It still fits you.
yeah, it still fits me. I
Okay.
don't know how, but I don't know, it still fits me. So yeah, I would want that
Okay.
to stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have so for survival, I have a survival kit.
Okay.
So
like just
yeah,
in case.
just in case, yeah, I have it.
what all
What
is
does
in
this kit contain?
So it has a Swiss knife, then a hammer.
Alika would love you right now.
Yeah.
She carries it in her bag.
Yeah, a hammer, portable hammer. You can bend it.
Is this a survival kit or like an assaulting someone?
No, I think he has a side business as a mechanic or something. A hammer, Swiss knife. What else?
Then saw. Okay, so
Okay.
no, guys, I'm not a
Feel like
serial killer.
I'm in a horror movie right now, but go on.
So it's a cable saw.
Okay. She doesn't make it any better, but sure.
Then fire starter kit.
It's a torture kit.
Yeah.
You don't have a survival kit, Karthik. You have a torture kit. What else?
Then it has a lot of papers in it, so
Okay.
that we
For
can.
paper cuts.
God. Then
Wait, why is the paper there exactly?
So they say if you want to leave a mark, I have a pencil and a paper with it.
Yeah.
So then you can write it on a paper and leave it at places. Like if someone manages to come there, so you can write something.
You can send a message.
And,
let's say.
and more importantly, if everything is wet around you, then you can use it for fire.
Okay.
You have a starter kit, then you can use your papers for that.
Okay.
Then yeah, that's it, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. So wallet, survival kit, your blazer, your suit that your dad gave you, and your Hot Wheels collection. Why is the Hot Wheels collection very dear to you?
So I started collecting Hot Wheels when I was in the first or second grade. So
okay.
I never used to get Hot Wheels. Like
it was a precious thing.
Yeah, it was a precious thing. So I started saving. My dad used to like keep it properly. Like we have a separate section for that. So ये महंगा गाड़ी है. तो तोड़ फोड़ नहीं करने का इसके साथ. So
I like how both your emotional things, also your suit and your Hot Wheels, you want to take because they're expensive. Like I don't care.
I have a Hot Wheels car worth 5,000 rupees.
Oh really?
Yeah. So that's a collector's item. So yeah, I like
what model is
that's
it?
a Ford Mustang GT. Yeah.
Ah, okay, nice. So those were Karthik's pick. We'll keep him in the discussion of course. But now, Jaanam, what's the stuff that you would take?
Okay, so realistically speaking, if my house was on fire and I had to run out with two things, I would. Okay, realistically, I would take my two cats, one in each hand.
I was expecting that. Yeah.
That's not fair. I have a dog.
Which you let him die.
You said you'll take your
things. Torture kid, but you won't take your animal.
Too bad. But yeah, I mean, definitely Happy and Bambi, one in each hand. I would save them before anything else.
Of course.
Okay, but cats aside, since you're talking about materialistic things, okay. I have this emotional attachment to this Yamaha PSR 295. It's a keyboard, which I haven't played in many years, but it's something that's just like, I think we were discussing this topic which I rejected earlier, that expensive things. So yeah, it's one of those expensive things that I haven't really gotten around to using it, but I intend to sometime when I'm in the right frame of mind.
When did you buy it?
Yeah.
I bought it when I was in the 9th standard.
And you still haven't used it?
I have used it.
Okay.
When I bought it, I used it. I had like singing lessons and stuff.
Right.
And I used to play the keyboard a little bit, but not like professionally. So I kind of discontinued and I haven't gotten back to it yet. It's still in my room, lying above my cupboard inside the cardboard box. So yeah, that's one thing I will take. Another thing is, I am like, what do you say, sentimental value of so that I have these two diaries which belong to my dad. One is a diary which is from his school days, when he was passing out from like 10th standard. It's like this whole black and white thing where the class photos, and it's like very rustic. It's got this very rustic look, but all his batchmates have like written things for him in that book. And it's like a very well preserved diary. So I'll probably take that. And the second diary is his diary, but he's written poems and other things. So and like just the fact that it's in his handwriting is very dear to me. So I'll take that. And for survival, I will take my fridge. I will stuff my I'll stuff my fridge with food, and I'll just take that with me. And yeah, like wallet, money, basic stuff. Yeah.
And mine was better survival kit. I can't carry a whole fridge.
I mean, I can't even carry a Yamaha keyboard, but I mean, these are possessions that I would not let go of. Yeah.
So your keyboard, your fridge, and your dad's photo album and his diary.
Yep.
Okay, that's a good choice. All right, we'll take a break at this moment. When we come back, I'll try and take a dig at what I would take if my house was on fire. We'll see you on the other side of this break.
So it's been another great week on IVM Podcast, just like it is every week. You know, if you aren't following us on social media, you should. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Send us a message, send us a comment. You know, let us know what you think about the stuff that we're doing and the stuff that you're listening to. This week on Cyrus is joined by writer Vishali Telang. She speaks about jumping from TV to books and her memories of producing MTV Loveline. On the Scene and the Unseen, Amit is joined by founder-editor of The Wire, Siddharth Bhatia, and senior editor of The Hindu, Peter Griffin. They discuss the current state of Indian media and the role of journalists today. This week, Indranil Guha, co-founder of FinPech, talks to Anupam on Paisa Vaisa about alpha SIPs. Last week on Know Your Kanun, lawyer and host Amber Rana took us through the history and scope of Section 497 and the time when adultery was first recognized as an offense. On the Kinetic Living podcast, Urmi spoke to IVM's co-founder Kavita Rajwade about her love for functional training, food, and the morning workout routine that she strictly follows. And again, guys, I just really want to remind you, the best way to spread the word about podcasting is you. You're our ambassadors. Please go out and tell a friend. Ask them to listen to something that you have enjoyed and that you think that they would enjoy as well. And with that, let's move on with the show.
And we're back, still here with Karthik and Jaanam. We're discussing things we would take with us if our house was on fire. So here's my thing, right? I treasure my books the most. And I used till about a year and a half ago, if you asked me this question, I would say I would take my bookshelf, right? But a year and a half ago, my precious, lovely bookshelf got a termite attack. Okay?
Ouch.
Where I lost about 60% of all the books that were on the shelf.
Oh, damn.
What were you doing? Like, you saw it?
It was, no, so the thing is, it was made of wood, obviously, and there was a little, like a small edge of it which had got termites, and we sprayed it and got rid of it, and I thought it's done. But slowly on the behind of it was still festering with termites, and one day I tried to, I tried to get one of the books from behind, and as soon as I pulled the book out, it literally crumbled in my hands. I'm not even kidding. It was like a scene out of a special effect of a movie where the spine of the book...
Thanos had slapped
The spine of the book was still visible and it looked a little dusty, and I thought that's because I haven't cleaned it in a while. But as soon as I pulled it out, it just crumbled in my hand.
The entire book was powdered.
The entire book was
How did you
gone.
feel, Abbas?
I was like, what the hell did just happen? And then as soon as I looked around, they had gotten the entire row, and I looked above, below. They decimated the entire bookshelf.
Man,
but
you must have been broken.
it was I cried the entire night.
Oh my God, oh my
Grown
God.
30-year-old man, and my sister tried to console me.
So this was not like long ago.
No, a year and a half ago.
Oh. Okay.
And like putting those books in huge garbage bags and throwing them was like putting a dead body of a like a loved one into the sea or something. So, but I really learned something that night, is that materialistic things at the end of the day, they'll disappear,
So will we, yeah.
So will we. Thanks, Jaanam.
Jaanam, you're so dark. Every time I sit with you, I feel like, why am I living? Like, I should die.
No, go for therapy. Don't think like that.
But the strangest thing of the termite attack was that they ate all my new fresh books. All the stuff that I bought second hand was not damaged as much.
So they like fresh
Taste
food.
like fresh.
Yeah. So, but
What does
still,
a termite infestation look like? I haven't seen one, I think.
it's really gross, dude. It's the thing is, there are millions of them, and they merge into this really sticky, gooey, kind of a formation, and they're just everywhere.
Is it like moss?
It's not like moss. That's the thing. So.
Or an ant nest.
Yeah, closer to that.
Yeah.
So the thing is, when you see them, so obviously as soon as I saw them, I sprayed them with the pesticide, right? But even after they die, they dry up, and you have to literally like scrape them out. And when that's what they do with the books as well, which is why the book literally falls apart. So yeah, it's really shitty. It's So I would still, but if if my house was on fire, I'd probably take a book called Delhi, which is written by Ruskin Bond, and it's autographed by Ruskin Bond. So I would take that. It's a very slim, thin book. I would take that. I'd take my comic book collection. I'd probably take my action figures too, which I have. It's kind of close to what Karthik said. He has the Hot Wheels obsession. I have those action figures. And here's what I want to ask you guys. So you actually had the photo album. And I understand why you said, because you lost your father at an early age, so that's like that physical thing reminds you of him. But do you really think photographs are that important? I mean, do you really need photographs to really remember people? And is that really what you will reach for when your house is on fire?
Okay, now, like literally, if you say house is on fire, maybe like I wouldn't reach for that, but I would definitely feel terrible if I lost that, because that's like probably the last reminder I have of him. Because when you lose a family member, right, all their belongings just over the years, they just kind of just go away, like
Right.
food, like their clothes are given away, and so most of my dad's possessions, like I remember his uniform, like he flew with Air India, so we had his uniform for the longest time, and like the Air India cap and all of that.
Right.
So those things it takes time to get rid of those things, but these like just his handwriting or just the
Right.
last, because that's a very personal touch to
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
I would,
that's a good point, because it's like those physical things actually give you a glimpse into who the person was.
yeah. Also, I would like to add that like I lost my father when I was 15, and over the years, like over the last 11 or 12 years, I've actually started losing memory of him. I've like all the memories I had with him, it's kind of fading
Yeah,
away, which
yeah.
is really it upsets me a little bit. But so this is the reason I would like to at least hold on to
stuff,
something.
What about clothes? Do you guys have any clothes that are so precious to you? Like, if this is the one piece of clothing I want this to be with me, even if I lose everything else.
Yeah, like I mentioned it earlier.
You had the suit,
Yeah.
yeah. What about you, Jaanam?
Entire underwear drawer for sure. For sure, that is basic. But apart from the basic, I would say I would take all my night suits, man, because those are like
For you,
probably
comfort.
the comfort. Yeah, I
okay.
would take that.
The reason I asked this question is because I have another story. So both of you know I treasure my t-shirts a lot, right? I want my t-shirts to make a statement.
Yeah.
So cartoons I like, films I like, they're all on my t-shirts. And they were also very precious to me. But one time,
Termites.
I went to Delhi with a bag full of my t-shirts. I got out of the station, went to my cousin's house, and I realized that I had left the suitcase in the rickshaw that I came in. And I lost all of my t-shirts. Not all of my t-shirts, but again, like a good 40-50% of the stuff that I had. And I had to sort of buy stuff again. So again, I realized, you know what, to treasure these clothes. And I had like really cool t-shirts in there. I had a Guns N' Roses shirt. I had I wear one Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shirt now, but I had a really better one back then. So I lost a lot of them. And yeah, I had to sort of buy things again. So I guess, yeah.
That's why every week t-shirts are coming into the office. Every single week.
Yeah.
Abbas sir ke liye package aaya hai.
You know what? So yesterday I was not wearing a shirt. I was not wearing a t-shirt. I was wearing a button shirt, and everybody was surprised. And up to like 5 people told me, Abbas, you should wear shirts more often. So I think I want to consider that. Yeah,
I thought you were going to say, people said like, Abbas, are you okay?
that they asked me anyway. But cool, that was our episode. Anything else you guys want to add? You would take, or any other materialistic things that are close to you?
I would definitely take toothbrush, because I can't live without brushing my teeth. Like that's the first thing I have to do in the
But
morning.
you have
and,
money,
like, before I...
so you can probably buy them.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's also true. What can money not buy?
Memories.
Oh.
For everything else, that's MasterCard. I just gave a free shout out to MasterCard. Anyway, that was our episode. If you have things that you really hold close to you and cannot let go of them, do tell us what they are. You can reach out to us on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are at IVM Podcasts across those platforms. Use the hashtag IVM Daily so that we know you're specifically referring to this show. You can reach out to us personally as well. Karthik, where can one find you?
At Grow Up Mohan on Twitter and Instagram.
Okay, grow up, Mohan. Stop collecting cars. And Jaanam, what about you?
You can reach out to me on Twitter. I'm at Jaanam Devan.
And you can reach out to me. My Twitter handle is at Abbas Momin. You can also find me on Instagram at Abbas Momin88. Alright, that was our show. We shall see you on another episode of IVM Daily soon. Till then, bye-bye.
Bye.
Did you know that Parsis in Mumbai, instead of being left at the Tower of Silence after they die, are now cremated? And why? Because a cow fell sick in the early 1990s. Did you know that the smog in Delhi is caused by something that farmers in Punjab do, and that there's no way to stop them? Did you know that there wasn't one gas tragedy in Bhopal, but 3? One of them was seen, but 2 were unseen. Did you know that many well-intentioned government policies hurt the people they're supposed to help? Why was demonetization a bad idea? How should GST have been implemented? Why are all our politicians so corrupt when not all of them are bad people? I'm Amit Verma, and in my weekly podcast, The Seen and the Unseen, I take a shot at answering all these questions and many more. I aim to go beyond the seen and show you the unseen effects of public policy and private action. I speak to experts on economics, political philosophy, cognitive neuroscience, and constitutional law so that the insights can blow not only my mind, but also yours. The Seen and the Unseen releases every Monday. So do check out the archives and follow the show at seenunseen.in. You can also subscribe to The Seen and the Unseen on whatever podcast app you happen to prefer.
Look! Up in the internet! It's a meme! No! It's a cat video! No! It's the Geek Fruit Podcast!
That's right, we interrupt this riveting broadcast to tell you about our show, The Geek Fruit Podcast, where Tejas, Dinkar and I, Jishnu, talk about everything in pop culture, including DC, Marvel, Star Wars, Netflix, and everything in between.
You know how your friends hate it when you ramble about some nerdy crap and you just want somebody to listen to you? Well, sorry, there's nothing we can do about that, but come listen to us ramble and it'll almost be like the real thing. Kind of.
Listen to new episodes of the Geek Fruit Podcast every Monday and the Geek Fruit Bulletin every Thursday on iTunes, Google Podcasts, the IVM app, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Happy listening, you nerds.